Good morning. Happy Saturday morning to everyone. How's it going? Weekend is here, baby. Weekend is here. And I hope you guys are taking full advantage of after a long week. A long week of work, a work week of everything. And I'm sure it was a better work week because the Yankees won every day. So we love that, and they will, and hopefully they'll continue to do that. A programming note before we get going, everyone. So today, obviously, we're doing the show now, of course, and then later on, we're going to do a post game. We're going right to the post game tonight, and that'll be around 10 p.m. So look for us at 10 p.m. tonight. We will put a short out if there's any Yankee news. We'll put the lineup out, but we're going straight to the post game today. No pregame, but there will be a post game at 10 p.m. So looking forward to seeing everybody there tonight and have your questions and everything that you like to talk about. Also, remember Total Turnbuckle Talk. We have a lot of great new information. We put on a SmackDown review. We put Raws on there, some breaking news, and it is incredible. Thank you so much. You keep everybody that's subscribing. And tonight, by the way, is Saturday night's main event on NBC and Peacock. That'll be on at 8 p.m. And then tomorrow is the pay-per-view of WWE. So we're going to have a lot of information from you that will lead into our next live show. We will go into everything of what we're doing on the channel very, very shortly. So hang in there. But look at those great videos. They are awesome. All right, let's get back to the meat and the potatoes. And we're going to bring up our meat and potatoes morning crew. And that is CT. Good morning.
Hey.
And the master of information, Jonathan. How you doing, Jonathan?
I'm good.
All right.
Last night's game was great. Cody Bellinger, 3 home runs and almost a 4th.
Awesome.
Kyle Tucker. That catch he made, but I was talking.
Kyle Tucker was 2 inches shorter. That could have been a 4th one.
Yeah, but you also got to remember in the 3rd inning, that catch Judge made. So it was kind of like revenge from the Cubs, in that aspect, or that way, if you want to think about it that way.
CT, the baseball purist, says coffee black or milk? Well, with milk. It's black, and it's Lavazza coffee, everyone. So salute to everyone, and let's go Yankees. So we'll have this sip will be very, very good this morning. So let's give it a try.
I use powdered cream in my coffee. Powdered cream.
Oh my God, is that great? That great?
I don't use milk.
Good morning, good morning, baseball purists. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Also, good morning to Bob Rizzo, John Ferrazzo. John, you haven't been in the stream. I guess you're busy, but you are listening, and thank you. Also, who do we have? We have MJ here. How you doing? Hope all is well. We'd looking forward to have you on the stream on the chat. Looking forward to that, and thank you for everything that you do for the show. Thanks so much, everyone. Okay, let's get back to the meat and potatoes here, guys. Yankees 11-0. What is going on? What did I tell you guys last Sunday? What did I tell you?
Joe, you can't keep bringing that up.
Because I'm a genius. What can I tell you? I'm an absolute gem, and you guys know that. Just listen to me.
Well, something that was interesting is I was like half asleep, or I was watching the rerun of the game, and I was half asleep, and I heard Michael Kay mention something that I was curious about, and I'm half asleep, and I heard him say it. I had to get up and write it down. Rodon gave us 8 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 walk, but 109 pitches. That's his longest outing as a Yankee, and his most pitches he's thrown as a Yankee in 3 years. Yeah. So that was an interesting stat he threw out there last night.
Yeah, and I I know the offense was great, but we need to also talk about the Rodon's performance.
Yes, exactly.
Before we do that, everyone, I want to say hello to my partner in crime on Total Turnbuckle Talk. How you doing there, big guy? How's it going, TJ? Hope all is well. I've been the shorts you've been putting out has been incredible, absolutely incredible, and we're really looking forward, going forward and seeing Saturday night's main event tonight. So thank you so much. You're doing an incredible, incredible job. So, guys, let's talk about the 11-0, 3 home runs, possibly 4 yesterday from Cody Bellinger. What do you guys have to say about that?
Well, Cody Bellinger has really turned it around in the last month or so, last 6 weeks. He started off very slow, batting under 200 for probably the first month of the season, and since then he's off to an absolute tear. He's really been everything the Yankees would want, was hoping for.
Yeah. Well, he's batting. He's closing in on 300, and in the 16-game hitting streak he's on, Bellinger's average has been 406 with 11 extra base hits, 16 RBIs, and 1162 OPS. That is ridiculous. And he's somehow not in the All-Star game. I'm telling you, it's something.
Well, remember at the All-Star game, All-Star game don't judge people just on the last.
Oh no! But you even said
they judge them for the whole 3 months. So,
but I mean,
if he started this in the beginning of May, you'd have a better how can I say it? A better discussion for the All-Star game,
But how was Jazz in there? Jazz struggled.
Jazz
is batting 252.
I don't know. It's also based on position, remember? And the position of the outfield is a lot more. There's a lot more people in the outfield than it is at second base.
Yep.
So
now, Jonathan, you were mentioning right before the show, tomorrow's the draft.
Yes.
What are you hearing, and what can we look forward to? Please don't tell me it's another shortstop.
I am looking at 2 drafts simultaneously, 2 different mock drafts. The MLB mock draft has them taking a right-handed pitcher from Alabama, Riley Quick. And the Baseball America draft has them taking Brandon Compton, who's an outfielder. He basically is a lefty with power. I think he's a little bit short, so he'll be a similar player. He sounds like a similar player to Brett Gardner. That's maybe 6'1".
Okay.
I haven't done my research on these players specifically. I just look at the mock draft. So if I were to guess today, tomorrow they will either go pitching or outfield.
Gotcha. Want to say good morning to Sean Browning. How you doing? And Lou, how's everything going with you? Thanks for coming back on the stream. CT, what do you got cooking this morning?
Well, let's go over something. One thing that my concern was is Rodon going to give up any homers last night. I said that in the morning show or the pregame show, and he didn't. And Judge saved the day. But I mean, last night, remember we talked about keeping a consistent rotation or lineup. Well, we did that, and Jason Dominguez is only one game has been hitless since we put him in that slot. The number 1 in our lineup. And I mean, Bally with 3 homers, 6 RBIs last night. And as you guys said, he almost hit his 4th. And Rice had 2 hits. Jazz had 1 hit and 2 walks. Goldie is starting to wake up here. He had 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and actually Peraza had 2 hits last night. So that was interesting. But the other guy to focus on here is, Efros. Efros, it looks good. He only took him 11 pitches to get out of that last inning. And, we Yankees gave us 15 hits But one thing I wanted to mention is I sent it to you, Joe. The numbers on Williams. Remember I said to you that Devin Williams since May 6th is throwing 22 and two-third innings. His ERA is 1.99. He averages 12.31 Ks per nine. Yeah, the guy's coming alive. He's woken up. He's getting used to New York. So when people were talking in the chat, no, I'm not. No, don't be mad, everybody in the chat. But when some of you guys were talking about trading Williams, I'm like, no, don't do that. We want Williams. We want Weaver and Williams. That's going to be an integral part of us making a run, in the playoffs this year, in my opinion. So there you go. I said it.
I've also been hearing, which I don't know how this can be constructed, but and Jonathan, you may have shed more light on this, but what's these crazy rumors I'm hearing about trading Giancarlo Stanton? No. What is that all about?
That's probably someone's wish list rather than I think that's someone just putting something out there to get talking points. The other thing I wanted to mention about last night is the plays that Judge made in the outfield. Those were Gold Glove worthy plays.
100%.
I'm like, after seeing those plays, I texted my dad. I'm saying they should just give Judge the Gold Glove.
Yeah, seriously, there it is. Just have it.
They're going to find any excuse not to give it to him, guys. Believe me. They don't like giving them to the Yankees unless they're choking, and they have to do it.
Well,
For some reason, they just don't do it. They what?
Mattingly won a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah. I think he won enough for the next decade. I mean, it's ridiculous. Well, that
decade is over.
True. Oh, you being a smart, you know what, today or what?
Even the next 3 decades are over. He's been retired for 31 years.
It's an expression, Jonathan. It's an expression.
But you're talking about Mangley. I grew up with Mangley. Mangley was my player.
Did you have breakfast with him every day? What did he like for breakfast?
Mangley was my Mickey Mantle, Thurman Munson.
Good morning, Merck. How you feeling? How you doing? How's everything? Also, 99, how you doing? Sean Browning, how are you? And there goes CT with his cards again. Only proving my point that we can't wait for his show to start.
Just signed Don Mattingly. It took me years to get that. Because he's funky about that. He's cool. He's really cool, but he just wants privacy. He gets people walking up to him all the time, so it's understandable. But it took me a long time to get that.
I want to answer Merck. Yes, Merck. I know it's an afternoon game, but we're doing the post game talk at 10 p.m. There are some things personally that have to be taken care of. So tonight at 10 p.m. is going to be the stream. But thank you for reminding me. Remember, everyone, tonight from this we're going to go straight to the post game show tonight. But don't worry, during the day you'll get the lineup before they go on the air. Any breaking news, any transactions, you will see it on NY Yankee Mania. If it is a big trade, we will come on. No worries. Don't worry about that. Again, about last night's game, everybody, it was great. What I really liked was that when Aaron Boone went out to talk to Rendon, everybody thought he was going to take him out. But when he runs to the mound, it's like Joe Torre. Joe Torre never ran to the mound. But when he did, he never took the pitcher out. So I knew it, and the fans were so happy that they gave him a chance.
That reminded me of that game with Mike Brasina. Remember at the end of that game, Mike Brasina, Joe Torre was coming out. He was like, stay there.
Stay there. All right, Mike. Yeah. No problem. And, of course, the card man over there, he's got marked. I don't want to see him in an Oriole uniform. He's a Yankee. He's a Yankee. What is this with the Oriole uniform?
I feel like I can say any name, and CT will have a card right there 10 seconds later.
This is like the timing this morning has been hilarious. Everybody you've mentioned.
How about a John Clark card?
Oh, I do. I have his rookie card, age 6. It's just not near me. I just have a stack of Yankee cards right now. So if you guys keep mentioning Yankee players, I probably can keep showing cards.
I just did Abbott and
Gerald
Costello.
Williams.
But the one thing I brought up is 109 pitches out of Rodon last night was I was nervous about his start last night. He's had a little bit of struggles as of recently, and to get 8 innings pitched at him, and I said it was his longest start as a Yankee. I mean, let's hope this momentum carries over after the All-Star break. I hope it does. I think it will, but you never know. Sometimes this can kill a team, is this All-Star break, once they get a lot of momentum going. I've seen it happen with a lot of teams. The Mets come to mind.
Yeah, but the Mets never really had a solid bullpen.
No. But they had a good first half. It looked like they were, doing really good, and they hit the All-Star break, and after that, it was like, But no, I was impressed with last night. Who could not be? 11-0 win, 15 hits. We kept the Cubs to 5. The one thing I did want to bring up is that I think I brought up yesterday morning is we've been doing a really good job of not leaving runners on base, and we left 8 runners on base, which is okay when you win 11-0. But it's another issue when you're leaving 8 runners on base and you're losing 5-3. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's my only concern about last night was we still left runners on base, and but other than that, I'm happy as a clam. Bellinger, I knew he would be. I knew he would come through. And Goldschmidt's been looking really good lately. So,
and I also don't like when the other team or when any team complains about the player because they think they're tipping pitches. I'm tired of that excuse. I'm tired of that excuse.
That's part of the game. That's the routine.
If you don't want players to see your pitching, you have to make adjustments on the fly. Adjustments. Yeah. If you think a player tipping pitches as a pitcher, I'm sure, and I'm sure this would be a good discussion to talk with Ken about. Is you just have to make your adjustments during your pitching, during your windup.
I want to give a shout out to Celia. Welcome back to the screen. The stream. How you doing, Celia? Hope all is well. Looking forward to you coming on and spending some more time with us. All your views are incredible. So we'd really like to talk to you. That would be great. What I've been saying is that a constant lineup will change everything for you. And look what's going on. Shout out to the nasty one. How you doing? How's it going? Welcome back. FG, welcome back. How's everything going with everyone today? A beautiful Saturday morning. It looks like we're gonna get a nice day in for the game, and I'm very close to my predictions. Everyone, didn't I say the Yankees were gonna sweep this homestand? And I'm not gonna say it because CT has it coming out of his ears. But I told everyone that the minute it happened, the year has changed, baby. We are on our way. Now all we need is a couple of bullpen pieces. You want to get a third baseman, but this team is on its way to some greener passion. So let's go Yankees. Sorry.
I said that definitely let's go Yankees, but I said Peraza last night. You guys want to discuss that? He's only batting 161 right now, but was that an awakening for Peraza offensively? Because he looked pretty good last night. His at-bats were a lot more interesting than they had been. Let's put it that way.
Well, one of them was basically a lucky hit because but he has the speed, and the other one was a solid hit. So, going 1 for 2 with that is that's just the way it is. But
another thing happening today is the futures game. So if you want to watch the futures game with the best minor league players, it's at 4:00.
It's at 4.
Oh, because they usually have that on a Sunday. I guess this year they're doing it obviously on a Saturday. Sean Browning said, "I called a Bellinger a revenge game, a revenge tour, a game, and all of that." I don't know if it's revenge, Sean, only because he really wanted to be a Yankee. I mean, he went to his PR guy, and he said, "Please trade me to the Yankees. Make it happen. Make it happen." And they finally did.
And Joe, you know why I think, and I had no confirmation of it. I think it's on Saturday because tomorrow is the draft, and tomorrow they want to focus solely on the draft.
Good observation. Well, yeah, good, because Monday obviously is the home run derby.
Yeah.
Tuesday is the All-Star game. Wednesday they have I think the AAA All-Star game. So if anything, they would have to do it on Thursday. So no, you're right. Good observation.
So they want every day to be individualized, focused, because you don't want to have an All-Star game the same day as the draft.
Right. Exactly. Jonathan, I know you're pressed for time this morning. Yeah. Do you would you like to stay on a few more minutes, or we'll talk to you later?
I probably have another 3 minutes, but I can do my last. I didn't check who's starting today because ever since the Yankees.com website changed, they don't. It makes it much harder to find starting pitchers.
I know people don't like it, but I like ESPN. Today we have Max against Matthew Boyd, because they're up to date around 2 a.m. Everything's like perfect on ESPN. But the new Yankee channel, as you said, Jonathan, is weird. I don't use it anymore.
Yeah,
I'm using
Matt, you said Max Scherzer is today, and
Max Fried. Max Fried pitching against Matthew Boyd.
Yeah, is this the last game before the All-Star break?
No, we play tomorrow.
We play tomorrow, and tomorrow we have Will Warren pitching against their Japanese star Shoto Imanaga. I can't say his name. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen. Bottom line is, let's take one game at a time. I think we're gonna win. We're gonna win it again today. John the Beagle Dad, welcome back. How you doing? Good morning. To all of you.
Matthew Boyd is a very similar pitcher to Max Fried. He's a 9-3 with a 2.52 ERA. So this is not going to be a cakewalk.
Nope.
So the Yankees will. I think this game will come down to who has the better pitching. It's going to be a pitcher's duel. And if I'm going to make a prediction of the score, I think the Yankees are going to win 4-3. It's going to be a low scoring game.
Right. But the Yankees do better when they have ERAs of the other pitchers lower than 3. When we see 5.69, for some reason the Yankees don't do well, and that's proven. Go ahead, CT.
Oh, I was going to say though, the one thing, Jonathan, is flexing last night with a 1.47 ERA, and we got to him last night. And he only lasted 4 innings. So if our offense can keep doing this, but getting back to what you guys were talking about with Bellinger, after the game, he's such a class act. During the post game, he was being asked about beating up on his old team, but that wasn't like his prerogative. He was like he's good friends with a lot of players on that team and the coaches and stuff, and he showed a real class act last night in that post game, and that's why that's another reason I like Bellinger's. It's a class act, as I said. Yeah.
Oh, no question about it. And I think our righty hitters today may have some fun. You have Goldschmidt's going to be in the lineup, I'm sure. Of course, Judge will be in there. Giancarlo Stanton will be in there. You got to keep Dominguez. You got to keep it consistent. They're doing well the way it is. Why change it? Why change it? I mean, he's getting a little bit. I mean, he's got to change that stance a little bit. It's too wide open. So he's going to balls that he can drive. He can't drive because the stance is lousy. So he needs to cover that plate more and maybe choke up on the bat a little bit. And just swing it out, and I think he'll have a little bit more success. I really do.
I see that when he struggles, he tries to swing from his front foot And when he's having success, his swing is more based off of his back foot, where he can put the oomph into it. So he's using a different part of his body. So it's a different swing. So I'm happy with what I'm seeing with Jason right now. I think he's kind of figuring this out, because it's one thing to be in like AAA down in the minors, and then to come up here, it's a completely different ball game.
As long as Jason Dominguez plays every day, I think he'll be fine.
Me too, Jonathan. I 100% agree with that.
I have to get going.
Man, Jonathan,
So I'll see you guys
later tonight. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. If there's any news, please let NY Yankee Mania know. Thank you so much. Okay, and then there were two. How you doing? Okay, so let's continue a little bit about. I wanted to dissect yesterday Anthony Volpe.
Actually, he had that one really good hit there, and also he had a really nice catch. I think it was in the 6th inning. That was a beautiful play. But I'm still, he's batting .215 though right now. I'm not. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Joe? What are your thoughts?
I just believe keep him down there, batting 8th or 9th. And you're going to start seeing more things. Now, what I really enjoyed hearing yesterday was they were practicing bunting. They were practicing all the fundamental things. Finally, they're listening to this show. I know it. One way or the other, they're getting the message. I love it. And they're doing the things they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
They bunted for 3 hours yesterday. Finally.
I'd be
doing in spring training, I don't know, but they didn't. Now they're doing it.
The lost art of bunting in baseball was beyond me, because if you go back and watch, games all the way up till, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, you saw bunting in the game a lot more prevalent. And nowadays, it just seems like no one does it anymore. We talked about it, Joe, multiple times. We've had games where all we've needed to do is move a runner over, and we couldn't do it swinging the bat. Well, why weren't we bunting? And we discussed this, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Joe, because we need to get the fundamentals of baseball down here. So,
99 with the Spencer Jones situation, we went through a lot last night. We're going to save that for the big show, the trade deadline on Wednesday, July 16th. To go over that again is like, no, a nasty one. Yeah, Brett Butler would be good, but the guy to hire would be Ichiro. You bring in Ichiro, and I guarantee you the Yankees will be able to bunt. He is a great teacher. It's well documented, and if he has time and the Yankees could get him for half a season, I would do it in a hot flash. He's the guy who's going to teach everyone how to bunt the darn ball. Just bunt it. John DeBigo, I am not trading him. I was watching the clips of him hitting. That's what I was proclaiming last night, everyone. Watch some AAA games. I want you to see at least 9 at-bats of Spencer Jones. I'm not going to say this again. Just watch him perform. Before you so fast. Oh, put him in a trade. You want it to be like Fred McGriff? You want it to be like Willie McGee? Well, I don't. And I've been through it. I've seen it all. And if you're new to Yankee history, I'm telling you, do the research. If you want to sit there and every year see Spencer Jones, listen, maybe he'll be a bust. But I want him to be our bust. Yeah. I'm sick and tired of somebody going to another team and then boom, boom, boom. And then what? We look like idiots.
Yeah.
You got to pick on that guy. There's other people that we can trade. You got to remember one thing, everyone. We're not going to add that much to the payroll. What do you think they're going to shell out 50? If they shell out $50 million, do you know that's going to cost them $100 million? It's not going to happen, people. Hey, JT, welcome to the stream. Good morning.
I just want to throw one shout out is John the Beagle dad lost his dog earlier in the year, and he's going to get look at a new puppy tomorrow. So
Oh, good luck, man. Good luck. And your doggy is looking down on you guys and missing you and giving you all good luck. So good luck with the new dog, and we'll say some prayers for you. No question about it, John. Enjoy it, and then you can enjoy a nice Yankee win right after you buy that. So that you get that. So that's pretty cool. But again, I do not want to discuss. Oh, you're welcome, John. I don't want to discuss the Spencer Jones things. We have our day on Wednesday. Let's wait for that. Then you say what you want to say. But I am sick and tired. If the people are not going to watch this guy in action, then I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. You're not seeing a star is being born here.
Something that JT just said. Yeah,
man, I saw some highlights from the Red Sox game. Their game was electric too. If both teams continue to play like this, then prepare yourself for another real rivalry to be born again. Yeah, JT, I agree. I think they're still a little short in pitching.
Yeah.
But they have magic in that lineup, and they're getting back Dave Bregman today.
Yep.
It's either today or tomorrow. To be honest with you, the smart thing to do is let him come back right after the All-Star break. Why chance it today? It's not like they're not, they could deal another game or two without him. If that was me playing it safe, I would start him next Friday when they come back. He's been out so long.
Bregman played last night.
Oh, he did play last night.
Yeah, that was his first. Sorry, that was his first game back. He had one hit and one strikeout. So hey, he got a hit last night on his first game back. So, but I understand, Joe, what you're saying. I would, if I was the Red Sox, I would have waited till after the All-Star break to bring him back. This kind of an odd timing to bring. I guess they're just trying to get some reps in for him.
Sean Browning says. People kept saying Bellinger was washed. Man, he is in MVP form. He really is. I mean, he's hitting everything hard, and that only makes for good baseball for the New York Yankees. I mean, if you get him hot, and Judge gets hot, just same way that they were stinky last week. Well, it's all turning around, and now you're seeing the real New York Yankees. And what they can do, and what they did in April. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't. What happened is they were overpitched. The bullpen was taxed. We started right away with no Cole and no Luis Gil. So we were already behind, and we did pretty well. We got into a rough patch. It is over. I'm telling you guys, the rough patch is over. Now, are they going to win every game they play? Of course not. No, they won't. But they're showing signs of unity, of excitement. They're exciting again. Where are they not exciting? The pitching is good. The relief pitching's okay. It's a little better than it was a few days back. What more do you want? LB, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Let's see. I already like the start of the comment. Spencer Jones is going nowhere, at least now. Boris will hold Cashman hostage if he doesn't have an outfielder option for next year. Cody's price keeps going up. Hal is not paying Tucker $500 million. But don't forget, we have an option, guys. We have the option, so we're okay. We're going to pick up the same contract. So for one more year, we're okay. Then we worry about the next year where it's probably going to be the strike year. I'm not, again, nasty. We're not going to get into, here we go, Jose Ramirez and Clase. They're going to ask for more than that. There's no way.
I think Jose Ramirez just was put on the IL. I think he's injured right now.
I don't know. All I know is he's 55. He's 35 years old. Or 30, no, 31. Is it or 32?
Yeah. Jose Ramirez will not participate in the All-Star game due to a combination injuries, including a forearm contusion and an ankle sprain.
Oh, there you
So
go.
you want to trade for him?
No,
Nope.
I never said I would.
No, I'm just saying. I just meant like theoretically. I'm good on that. No, for
All
Class
right,
A.
I made a mistake. I said 55. You want to condemn me? You want to put me on timeout? Give me a break. I meant 35. Am I not allowed to make a mistake in life?
Joe,
Holy crap! You listen to everything.
So Joe, you're making your major league comeback, right? You're training. You told me.
Let's see,
Funny.
John the Beagle. Quit dreaming. Any trade proposal that includes Spencer Jones or Lombard is bunk. I agree with you. Oh, here's Jonathan. Guardians third baseman has decided to skip this year's All-Star game to focus recovering on the right ankle and heel injury he suffered in May against the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, thank you, the Master of Information. Thank you, Jonathan, for that. Again, really, really appreciate. Everyone, if you get a chance and you're interested in participating in our deadline trade talk on Wednesday, July 16th, please, at 8 p.m., please contact us at joeyankees28@gmail.com. It'll make it easier for us to get in touch with you, to give you a platform of what we're going to do on that day. So it's joeyankees28@gmail.com. Anybody new in the stream that's just listening or whatever, please subscribe. Press the like button. All of that is very important to the content. We're getting to where you're never satisfied, but we're getting to where we want to go. Little by little, everyone. Remember, we've been on 3 months, and we've come a long way with the contactors that all the people that have been on the show, and everybody. And I know who you are in the chat. That's helped us grow and grow and grow. And you're all dear to my heart, and that will never change. I don't care if we have 1 subscriber or 30,000 subscribers. You started us off, and I take my hat off to you, and you will always be our family. Trust me when I tell you that.
No, I said, Joe, and you and I have said it. This is about the fans. This isn't about us. This is a hobby for us or a fun for us, but we're doing this for one reason, and that's for the fans. That's you guys.
Mert says, "Hey Joe, you're in the starting lineup this
afternoon." Yes. Where though, Murph? Where in the starting lineup where are you going to put Joe? I want to know.
It's a little too early, and also, like CT Cards just put out, please join our Discord channel server. It's free, and you can interact with all of us. Leave your questions, anything that you want. It's really cool. Merck says, oh, trust me, we are getting 30,000 subs. Oh man, your gods are God's ears. Can you imagine what we can do with that? Oh my God.
It's overwhelming.
I mean, we have surprises planned for you guys for different shows, and that's coming up. And I want to give a shout out to Nitin, who's a very big contributor to our show. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for us and anything in the future. His promotion, his deal has been fantastic. And then there's Jabber and the Mal. Jabber did a great interview with us. And if you have not listened to that, I urge you to go to NY Yankee Mania, look at our videos, and check out Jabber Chamberlain's interview. You'll really find a lot. You'll love that interview. He was very, very true to the word, and he was funny. I don't want to kill the interview because he said some really good and honest things. So Joe is replacing Volpe tonight. Ay. CT, you are too much. You are too much. Joe's replacing Peraza today. I want Joe to be in the pen. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. All of a sudden, I'm a New York Yankee player. Let me get my Carlos Beltran signed bat, and I'll use that. At least I can bunt. At least I can bunt.
Well,
These
Joe,
millionaires, they don't know how to bunt.
Well, Joe, I got to leave you guys. Everyone in the chat, thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone behind the scenes. As Joe just said, we mentioned Nathan. Check out Joppa the Mouth, Mert, Sean Browning, Stephen B. There's so many people helping behind the scenes that are easy to work with. And it's all about the fans for them too. So it's like a family we've created. So thank you, Joe. Thank you for having me on this morning. Everyone in the chat, thank you. And please click like, subscribe, and please check out our Discord channel and spread the word. This is going to get good. Joe's doing a wonderful job. Talk about being proactive. That's Joe right now. So he's focused.
And also, hopefully, we'll see you at 10 p.m.
I'll definitely be on at 10.
The link will come out right after the show. So love to the family, and stay well, and we'll talk to you later. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy it. Take care. All right. Then there was one. So the nasty one says, I'm not trading Joe or Spencer Jones. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I really like that. We are going to grow together. We're going to be happy together. We're going to be sad with each other. But we are one. And remember, if anybody that just came on the stream doesn't know, we have done in the past play-by-play here, and we do selective games. So later on, a little bit after the All-Star break, we will get back to that situation. But right now, we're going to concentrate on trade talk. We're going to concentrate on so many different platforms. We're going to have roundtable discussions. We're going to have the chat come in and talk with us, either on a one-on-one basis, or maybe I'll have 3 or 4 people from the chat on certain shows. We also, if you don't know yet, starting right after the All-Star break, anytime the Yankees have a day off, we are going to come on around 8 p.m. with a special show. And we could talk about anything, not only Yankees. I have some really good plans with some really good people in the industry. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. So not only are you going to enjoy it, you're going to probably come in with a lot of questions. So that's to look forward to. But first things first, we got to get by these next 2 games with the All-Star break coming up. I said it from the time Cody Bellinger made that catch and the double play last week, that the Yankees were going to sweep the whole series. And he. All I'm saying is that we will definitely. We are competitive again. If the Yankees start doing the bunting and all of that, I would really, really love to see what they can do. And then if there's some trades and you're adding a third baseman and you're adding a bullpen or 2 bullpens, look out, American League, look out, baseball. Then we can put our team up against the Dodgers, the Detroit, anybody that stands in our way. We have a new person in here of the Dodgers, and that is Elite. He's saying that Bellinger has a 1,123 OPS against lefties. Thank you for that stat. Yeah, no, he is very, very good against left-handed pitching. There's no question about that. Remember, go Dodgers, that if you can, subscribe. And as you go in and out of the stream, press the like button. It's really, really important to the show and to the growth of NY Yankee Mania. John the Beagle says, I just joined the server, posted a big to the test. Adding servers are awkward to me. Okay, John, no worries. Everything is safe. Everything is cool. So I hope you enjoy it. Jake, Cashman needs to get pitching fast. They're winning games because they're scoring a lot of runs, but you can't continue to score 8 runs every game. Of course not. But if they just score enough, and the starting pitching starts going 6, 7, 8 innings, obviously it's going to be a different ball game. I don't even say look. Give us 6 innings. I think I would trust Loizaga for 1 inning, and then Weaver and Williams. I would trust that. I would definitely trust that. So with that in mind, I definitely think there's going to be a trade. When? I don't know. Are the Yankees going to pull it off before the 31st? They might. As Cashman's his favorite line, if something falls in our lap and I cannot turn it down, just like Giancarlo Stanton. And he said it time and time again. If Giancarlo Stanton was put in his lap, he would do it again, and he'd do it again, and he'd do it again. Just like I believe that they had, they had gotten Bellinger, and that was a great move. Matter of fact, I saw an article on Facebook last night, and they had Cody Petit on there, and all they were saying is thank you, Cody, for letting us get Cody Bellinger, and I thought that was really cool. That was nice. It was not done, maliciously or anything. It was just like, thank you very much that we got him. Bellinger could be as we know, an elite player. He is. And one thing you can't take away from him: his defense is second to none. Is absolutely crazy, and you got to give him kudos because he is just awesome, totally awesome. If we have the Dodger fan in here, what's going on with the team? Lost 7 in a row. The thing with the Dodgers is they had a nice big lead. It's not like with the Yankees. The Yankees had a decent lead, but the Dodgers were lucky because the Padres just went into a funk while they're going in a funk. The Dodgers are not going to stay like that much longer. But for Dodger haters, they're enjoying this right now. But that's not going to last. They're getting Glasnow back. Little by little, they're going to get their players back. And if everything turns the right way, it might be, who knows, it could be a Yankee-Dodger series again. There's no reason why not, especially if the Yankees keep straightening out things. That's the whole idea. Keep the line moving, keep hitting well, and that will definitely help them out. John the Beagle says, let me put that up. Funks happen, guys, to every team in baseball. Yes. No question about that. It's always a time where, listen, it's 162 games, folks. You can't, one thing you got to remember is this. This is the only sport that you could fail 7 out of 10 times and go into the Hall of Fame. You bat 300 your whole career, and you do the fundamental things, and you're hitting homers, and you do driving in runs. When you bat 300, that means basically you're driving in runs. So it's the only. So realistically, if you go 3 for 10, that's 300. You go 4 for 10, it's even better. But it's the only one that you don't fail unless you get 2 hits at 10 at bats. So it's not that difficult. I mean, obviously it's hard to hit a baseball. I'm not saying no. But the bottom line is whatever you do, you do. And if you get you are a great hitter if you go 4 for 10. Let's see. I'm surprised they're actually practicing bunting early. Shows that actually care about something. Yes, they do care about it, Jake. They want to succeed. That also might give you a preview of maybe people that might be coming in. They might be changing the narrative a little bit of the team. You're going to have your Power, and then you're going to have your Anthony Volpes. And who knows? I mean, until the 31st comes, we're up in the air. We're up in the air. I mean, let's face it. I believe in Cashman, and I also believe that what we have to do is concentrate on the bullpen. Everything else could fall into place. They can get away, they can bring somebody up but the bullpen cannot be ignored. We need one for sure, two basically almost for sure. We need in that bullpen, and it'll be a big help if the people struggling in there like a Tim Hill gets back to the way Tim Hill pitches, because that will take a little pressure off. But no matter which way you twist and turn, the Yankees have to get at least one elite bullpenner. If you don't get two decent ones, get one big one. Where that is, it's anybody's guess. We can all speculate. Writers could speculate. Announcers could speculate. We can speculate. We don't know. It could happen today. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen next week. It's got to happen by the 31st. And the funny thing is, little by little, this season is moving along, and pretty soon we'll be talking all pennant races. So it's going a little fast, guys. One thing I was always brought up on, as soon as 4th of July passes, the next day, the year's about over. It goes like that. And it's true. It's really true. It does go fast. And it just, before you know it, we're in September. And the September 1st call-ups, the couple of people that they're going to bring, that the team's going to bring up. So there are a lot of teams still in the wild card mix. So we've got to see where we what we can do here. And the Yankees have to be proactive, and like they're starting to do now. They're putting the lineup, a steadier lineup out there. They're finally trusting Dominguez in the outfield. He looks a little bit better. It's growing pains, but he's not as bad as people think he is. He's learning every day. He's taking fly balls, ground balls, off the wall, all these things that you need to become successful. So that's a big key. They haven't played Grissom lately because he's nursing a little groin problem. Right away, everybody thinks he's on the trade block. He might be. The Yankees aren't saying one word. We don't know. We just don't know. Everything is we can speculate till we're blue in the face, but you just can't do it. We don't know. And especially the Yankees, they are so clever. I mean, look at the way they treat an injury. Oh, everything is fine. The next day he's put on the IL. The next day is Tommy John surgery. So you can't trust that. I was looking at some clips of Duran from the Twins. His stuff is pretty good. I feel like he would fit well in Yankee Stadium. Okay. All right. Well, who can we trade for this guy? You're not going to trade the heavy hitters. So, you may be looking at maybe a Runfeld if they need infield help. Maybe one of the pitchers, somebody like that. I'm not sure. I doubt they'll take somebody like Marcus Stroman because of that salary. But the only good thing about Stroman is that his contract will not kick in this year because, he doesn't have enough innings, and he won't. So either the Yankees keep him or not, they don't have to worry about paying that big salary. It's the hamstring that's bothering him. Yes. Oh, no question about it. In Grissom. So, but in the meantime, it's giving us the opportunity to finally see Dominguez every day. He's our future, guys. Do you want him to sit and say, oh, his time will come? When? If the man's on the bench, if he's not going to play, then bring him down. I mean, I laugh. You hear, Oh, his time will come. But for what? He was on the bench last year. He'll be on the bench this year, wasting 2 years of the guy's playing life. But now they're reaping the benefits because little by little that average is going up. I mean, come on. It's right there staring us in the face, people. You know darn well that Grisham, no matter what, he's not coming back. They are not offering it. He's not going to take a 1-year contract. I'm telling you right now. There's no way. There's no way. He loved being a Yankee and all of that, but he's not taking 1 year. And we could speculate all we want. 99 says maybe IKF at third base. Possibly. Is he a better hitter than what we have now? Yes. Without question. Better than Peraza, better than Vivas, and there's no more DJ LeMahieu, which, by the way, there's speculation that he may be signing with the Mariners. I got that on some decent authority. There's a possibility, but I think there's a waiting period because then the Mariners will pay less on the dollar for him for whatever, for tax purposes. But there's no question DJ LeMahieu is going to be on another team either before the All-Star break or the start of the second half. Which, by the way, that makes me laugh sometime. Everybody's in the second half already. They never put the All-Star game to start the second half. Everybody's basically in there already. The second half is what? 82 games or 81 games. So I laugh when they say, "Oh, the second half is starting." No, the second half started 2 weeks ago or a week ago. But that's here nor there. What my problem is, well, not a problem, but what are they going to do to secure going in the playoffs and not getting knocked out in the first round? There's no baseball purist. There's no question that LeMahieu's coming back. What surprises me is the people that's still sitting out, like J.D. Martinez, David Robinson. Now, J.D. I can understand because he's looking for the huge contract for 1 year. More than likely, he's not going to sign for anything less than 15, 16 million. And I really don't then. And I think as the year goes by, they might, he might be good for 2 months and give him $8 million. But he is not going to settle for anything under 10 million. It's well proven. When he signed with the Mets, he waited that whole time, and the Mets finally gave in and gave him a very good contract. And I got news for you. In Metland, whether you know it or not, Pete Alonso he's going to have them by the you-know-what this offseason because he's going to call his ticket. And anybody that needs a first baseman, trust me, they're gonna give him a nice contract. I know Pete loves being a Met, but in this instance, he was lowballed. I mean, there's no question about that. I cannot believe that there wasn't more of an interest because you know what? There were a lot of first basemen out there. That could have been signed, and Goldschmidt was one of them. But the Mets are going to have a hard time, I believe, signing him. And I have a feeling that they're going to let some people go, like Sterling Marte, who's a big Yankee killer, by the way, as you saw in that series. You couldn't keep him off the bases. But as a matter of fact, I thought that they were going to trade Marte. But now, one of them that just came back from injury just went back on the injured list. So I could see that. Should the Yankees go for Alonso? Oh, that's a great question. You know what? I'm not sure. Because he's going to get more. He's going to get this time. He's going to get close to like $200 million for like the 4-year deal, and I don't think the Yankees are going to do that. because they have it right in front of them. Cody Bellinger can go to first base, and you don't miss a beat. And plus, he's a left-handed glove man, which is better for first base. So, you can easily do that and have Bellinger on first, Chisholm at second, probably, of course, Volpe at short. Whoever they get at third base could be IKF, or whoever they get is going to be the permanent third baseman. And your outfield could be Dominguez, let's say Spencer Jones. I'm just saying, don't get crazy. Spencer Jones, and of course Aaron Judge. And then work on the bullpen. Hopefully the bullpen pieces that we get to stay, and they're not just rentals. I'm tired of getting bullpen guys and then they walk. Listen, think about it. Weaver's a free agent. Williams is a free agent. And Hamilton's a free agent. Yankees have their work cut out for them. So you want to be proactive. Sign some of them now. And I would sign Williams immediately. Oh, immediately. Don't let him walk. So, that's something you'd have to consider. But our future first baseman, without a doubt, is going to be Cody Bellinger. He loves being in New York. He begged Scott Boras to trade him here, get him here. His father has a lot of roots, Clay Bellinger. He's not going anywhere. He is not going anywhere. Merck says, Jake, Belly is not going anywhere. Trust me when I'm telling you that. Yeah, I agree with you, Merck. It took him too long to become a Yankee. Too long. And he's not going to ruin his chance to stay here now. That's over with. So, let's see. Let's see how it plays out. Just a quick note, everyone. Again, so we're not going to have a pregame show this afternoon, but we will put out the lineup. We will put out any transactions, anything going on with the Yankees. And our postgame show with the roundtable talk, tonight is going to be at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. I'm going to, you can put your questions in the link. Press the notification so that you won't miss it. And of course, please subscribe to the channel and press the like button as you go. Also, everybody in the stream, if you're a big wrestling fan, don't forget about tonight is Saturday night's main event on NBC TV live and also on Peacock. And that brings us into going to my other channel with TJ, Total Turnbuckle Talk, and you will see an array of shorts on there. He does a fantastic. Go look at those videos, guys. It's amazing. They're really, really good and cool. And we've been on for like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks at the most. The subscribers are coming on. And the likes are coming on. So please go there. We will explain live shows as they come. That channel is gonna be there with former wrestlers, with announcers, all kinds of stuff. So just give it a little time, subscribe to it, and you'll see what goes on. Like here, we've had so many former players like from Nitin was wonderful enough to line us up with Jabba Chamberlain and Clint Hurdle, just to name a few. Billy Sample came on, who played for the Yankees back in 1985, and he was managed by Yogi Berra for 16 games. He got fired, and then he was managed by Billy Martin. So all of that combined was a lot. But you can go to those videos, like I said, guys. Go in there. It's really, really you'll love the interviews. And then once you do that, press the like button. There are a lot of people that keep watching those interviews. As I said, now, Billy Sample also has a book, a small book out. My Year in Pinstripes and then some. You'll really enjoy it. Now I have the book on NY Yankee Mania. If you stroll down on the shorts, you will see it. You can get it on Amazon. Anywhere a bookstore, you will get Billy Sample's book. It's really, really, really good, and I think you'll enjoy it as a Yankee fan. And you go into basically the Yankee locker room, the Yankees' ways of things. So, I just wanted to get a few things out of the way, and also, again, like I said, tonight's 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Tomorrow morning, we come back with coffee, bagels, pancakes, omelets, you name it. And, of course, Yankee Talk at 8:30 a.m. And then we'll go from there. But at this point, everyone, I want to, yes, tomorrow is WWE Evolution. And there's going to be a lot to talk about on Total Turnbuckle Talk. So, grab a listen. Thank you, Merck, for that. I appreciate it. And also NXT with the Great American Bash is going to be on today. So you have a lot of baseball, you have a lot of wrestling, you have a lot of stuff, a lot of entertainment coming up, and we are really looking forward to it. So with that in mind, everyone, I want to say I want to wish everybody a great Saturday, a great Saturday morning with your family, your friends, your kids, your grandkids, whatever you're doing. Just share the love to everyone, please. Let's go Yankees. I think they'll have another good game. I think we're going to be fine. And with the happy recap, hopefully at 10 o'clock tonight. And thank you so much for being here. As you're leaving, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also press that like button. It takes nothing, but it's real important to the show. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all. And as I always say, God bless America. God bless the Yankees. Go Yankees. See you at 10 p.m. Goodbye, everybody. Happy Saturday. Enjoy.